Welcome back to another episode of Coffee Meets Vodka. I'm your host, Raya, and I'm handling life one shot at a time. Sit back, relax, let's talk all things pop culture, celebrities, gossip, trends, and let's become best friends. What? I'm just saying what everyone else is thinking. Welcome back to another episode of Coffee Meets Vodka. I'm your host, Raya. Today I have a great show for you, potentially a special guest. If you hear some tapping, don't be alarmed. It's just Penelope trying to get in on the mix and the drama and the tea. She is like her mom. Okay, you guys, over the weekend, I watched the new Beckham documentary. It's all the rage. Everybody's watching it. And Stan, as if I was never a Stan before, I sure am now. First of all, I was obsessed with Spice Girls growing up. Of course, who wasn't? Peak 90s. They did rule the world, and it was girl power. I love that. And I was always Baby Spice. I really should have been Ginger Spice, but I was like Baby Spice growing up. And then my best friend was always Scary Spice. And I just remember we were talking about it recently, and we were talking about how we used to play Spice Girls. I was always in costume. I was always in costume as a child. So I used to always wear, and nothing I wanted more in the world was, quote, Spice Girl shoes. Like the big platform shoes. I guess they were custom made because they never came to a Payless near me. But I loved it. I love the documentary. Something they said on the documentary is that Victoria and David were almost as famous as the royal family, like Diana and Charles. No, 100%. Posters everywhere. I mean, I love Spice Girls. I watch Spice Girls all the time, their movie. And I used to do the British voice, and my voice got stuck like that at one point when I was a child. So I love it. Another interesting thing happened was that there was an alleged affair that they didn't confirm nor deny, which I think is fine. People don't really owe us their private lives. And also this is 20, 30 years ago. Okay, 25 years ago. And I don't really think that there needs to be an explanation. It doesn't need to, be brought back up again in the media. I will say fans on every level, too much, because I heard that there was sleuths going on the girl's page and, trying to get her to talk about it and things like that. I just think that's so weird. Fans are giving Swim Fan. And I need everybody to get a grip. I need to see more. Oh my God, I loved it. It was 4 parts. He talked about his career. He talked about their relationship. He talked about, also the dynamic of supporting one another, right? Just without that being said. And let me just tell you, David Beckham is the definition of he wanted to, he would. He literally took a flight to see Victoria for 7 minutes and then flew back. I love that. And they just really made the effort in putting one another first, or it just making, maybe not first, but just making an effort in the relationship. And I feel we just don't do that anymore. And I think that is why that they've lasted really long. Obviously they have passion and love and everything like that. And they're both in the spotlight. And I do think that David should give some tips for Travis Kelce about how to, be in the limelight, dating a pop star, one of the most famous people in the world. Posh and the Spice Girls were one of the most famous people in the world. Honestly, they still are. What I think is crazy, actually, last night, I was looking up their net worth, and Posh obviously has the highest net worth with $250 million. People were saying due to David, joint income, but also do you guys not know that Victoria Beckham has an amazing high fashion line herself, and she just was at Paris Fashion Week with the Bedbugs doing a Victoria Beckham spring summer collection for 2024. I'm so excited. I mean, she's just so classic. They match. Whereas Brad Pitt really morphed into whoever he was dating, Victoria and David just matched. She probably was I'm gonna dress you. Okay, it's 2000. Now it's Von Dutch trucker hats. Okay, now it's 2005. We're doing a jean queen look. Like, I don't know. I just love it. She's so great at fashion. I'm literally going to put her on my vision board of like what my new lifestyle is going to be. Because I don't know if you know this, but I'm like rebranding everything, not just the podcast, my life, my style, my wardrobe, my apartment. It's in shambles right now. Literally couldn't be worse. I'm living in squalor. It's bad, but it's okay. I'm having a garage sale soon. We're gonna get all the stuff out and we're gonna, be like more hip, and I'm gonna like coming home now. But I love the documentary. I feel like, I feel like they did say stuff, but there wasn't that much juice. They didn't really talk about, because it was about David and his career. They didn't really talk about Victoria and her career, or like how she broke off, and like what happened after she left the Spice Girls and things like that. So I would have just liked to see just a little bit more. It could still be about David, but I would have just liked to see them like tie it in, just like a little bit more of how, she did her brand. And when, they were traveling all over the world, living in Spain and then LA, like when, I don't know what year she started her fashion line. And I would like to see how that fit in kind of to the timeline. So that was just my only like note on that. I don't want to see them start a podcast because I think they're too cool for that. But I would love to see David. I know he's like busy with his, so after he retired, he immediately made or like founded a club in Miami for soccer and recruited Messi and everything like that. I'm learning so much about sports, so sorry if I'm wrong, if I'm still new here. So I do love that he didn't have a lot of downtime after he retired to like let the depression set in. So I think that was like a really good move on his part. But I would also love to see David in like a really edgy, like Showtime, HBO show, like something like true crime, or like cop, like I don't know, or like Peaky Blinders-esque, just something very like periodic piece, or like edgy, kind of indie. I think he would be really good, even if he wasn't the main character. I think that would be a cool move for him. And just like something different, kind of out of his comfort zone. Even if he sucks at acting, he'll be casted for his good looks alone, and like his like style and his tattoos. Oh my god, what if he was like, also plot twist, what if he was like a mob director? Not director. What if he was like a mobster, or like a pimp? That would be cool too. Like just like a little cameo somewhere, because he has like his tattoos. He could go like the other way too and be like really bad, or he could be like a really edgy like cop or something. You know what I mean? Okay, well, I know Hollywood isn't calling me for that idea, but I just, I think it would be cool for him to like act in something. Because I need more of the Beckhams. I mean, Brooklyn looked exactly like David growing up. Exactly. I love that Brooklyn married a billionaire. I mean, how crazy. And he took her last name. I love that. Peltz Beckham. So if you haven't seen it, it's on Netflix and you should definitely watch it. It's really good. Worth a watch. In other news, Kat Von D, I just thought this was interesting. Kat Von D got baptized this week, or last week. She said that she gave up witchcraft a year ago because it doesn't really align with who she is anymore. She got rid of all of her books, and then she got baptized like a couple days ago, like a week ago now. And I like nothing else to really report, but I do think that that's really interesting and good for her. I really like that for her. Kayla Nicole, I was about to say Tracy, Travis Kelce's ex-girlfriend, put out a statement, a poem, I can't say the word, last night of like, I guess a lot of, as a Swiftie, I don't condone this, but like, you guys really need to get it together. Like, and like Selena Gomez too, like, or like all of the Selena Gomez fans like hating Hailey, like why are we like really trolling people in the comments? It's like, get a grip. you know? Anyway, so she put out a piece, a little poem last night about just like her experience, and I thought that was really great. You know, she's doing her own thing, and I think there's room for everybody. You know, exes for a reason, and it's not like they broke up yesterday or like he cheated on her with Taylor or anything like that. They broke up like, oh, well, I guess they were at the Super Bowl this year. I was like, they broke up years ago. Oh, wow. January felt like years ago. Am I right? Okay, well, whatever. Months ago. Earlier this year, they broke up. It's probably been like 8 months. I get it, you know. Somebody who gets hung up on people, I'm not saying to get over it, but I'm just saying, like, it seems like everybody has moved on and the mature thing is to move on. And like the way she's being dragged is like not cool at all. So get a grip is what I'm saying. Okay, this is weird. There are allegations that Miley Cyrus is in a cult called Mystery. Wait, what's it called again? Minds of Mystery. Let me look it up. I literally forgot it. Modern Mystery School. Okay, it sounds like Hogwarts of witchcraft and wizardry. Like anything that kind of just says like modern mystery cult. Modern Mystery School cult is what it's called. First of all, I need them to get a different marketing person because that is a mouthful to say. Second of all, I mean, it's just it's giving like Harry Potter. And the guy looks like something like literally the Ministry of Magic out of Harry Potter. Like he looks like, or not the Ministry of Magic, that one guy that chases Harry Potter in like the sixth movie, the guy who's like when he does like the newspaper, you know what I'm talking about? The newspaper, and then Harry Potter does the newspaper when they're in the Ministry of Magic, and like the guy gets like trampled by the newspapers, and then he gets pissed, and he has that like weird George Washington hair going on. That's what that guy looks like. It's like, read the room, babe. It's 2023. No one's like, I don't know. It looks like a caricature, honestly. So yeah, so apparently she's in a cult. And one of the girls who's like a recruiter in the cult quit. One of the girls that was in the cult that's like a recruiter for the cult used to be like a fashion designer or something, or I don't know. She had like a real job and then she quit for astrology, which sounds on brand for me. No, I'm just kidding. But she quit for like to be recruited for this cult, and now she's a recruiter for the cult. So I don't know. I think what a time, right? Because it's so, I mean, everything is a cult. I think like, you know, but you know, I'm all for people wanting to help themselves, but I just think it's a very fine line. I hope it's nothing serious. And that she's not really in a cult. So this is all alleged. I don't know. I mean, obviously Miley hasn't come out and been like, hey guys, I've joined a cult. So follow me here to know more. Like she hasn't said that. And she's also taking a break from like touring and performing and stuff because of just the fans allegedly being crazy. But then people are also saying that because the cult is not letting her tour and not letting her like promote her music. So or just letting her promote it in certain aspects like the Disney Plus and then the sound studio that she did with this other album. So I don't know. I love Miley. I hope she's not in a cult. So get well soon, sister. Oh, also her mom, I mean, this is like old news. I'm sure everybody knows by now, but her mom married the guy from Prison Break. I used to watch that show. It was a great show. And then it got, you know, should have ended like sooner than it did, but it's okay. She married the guy from Prison Break. They all look really happy. Everybody was there except for Bryce and Noah Cyrus. So they have taken the sides of Billy Ray and now it's a house divided. I don't like to see family divided, but I mean, it is what it is. You know, families, it'd be like that sometimes. Also, I know this is actually old news, but I really have so many thoughts on this Lindsay and Carl like breakup situation, and I really need to get my opinion out there. I think the writing has been on the wall from day one. I'm not blaming Lindsay or Carl. Lindsay has her flaws, Carl has his flaws. I feel like it is a perfect match made in heaven for an anxious and avoidant attachment style. I think, are we this season on Summer House, are we going to see Carl 9.0? It's like, I'm sick of it, and I just want him to be real. And a part of something that I'm working on is acceptance, because I just cannot stand when people are like inauthentic or like bullshitting. It like really sends me over the edge. And like, I just feel the need to call people out, because I feel like a lot of people don't have good people around them that call them out and hold them accountable. Okay. I'm not saying that I need to be, the self-proclaimed like bullshit police, but I'm just saying like, or accountability police, whatever. But I'm just saying like, I can't just sit there and like watch it. Now, if I was on Summer House, I just know me and Carl would be beefing all the time, because like, I just think like, yes, he's been through a lot, but like we've all been through a lot. And I feel like whatever therapy he's done, he's not really doing the work. And I know that's like, people are going to be like, oh, you're being judgmental. I'm not being judgmental. I think that's just like how it is. You need to be honest with yourself first. And I think it was so fucked that he knew Lindsay's intentions of wanting to get married and have children. And, you've been best friends for 8 years of your life. And, you're saying that you like to just be on this avalanche of like a snowball of like, what I think people are like, oh, it's like so much deeper. It's not that deep, actually. It's just, he got in over his head. He has his own issues that he needs to deal with. He hasn't dealt with his grief. I'm not saying that you have to. I'm just in due time, when it works for you and your lifestyle. But I'm saying, you're grasping at straws and taking people down with you. And he looked at Lindsay as a band-aid to fix all of his pain and all of his hurt, because she is super in her masculine energy. She's very alpha. She's very in her like dominant energy, which is fine. But as somebody who is not in that, you kind of latch on to those energies to save you almost. And I know Lindsay has her flaws, but I don't think that's fair to her, to when she was so honest and upfront with her needs and her wants. And I think Carl, like in my opinion, really took advantage of that, and obviously was very selfish about it. And I am all for the guest, whoever sold the story to people, fuck yeah, get your coin. The way that he went about canceling the engagement the day after the hotel was finalized and the social media campaign, whatever that he agreed to, everything was finalized and no returns. Her bachelorette was 2 weeks later. Like, there was no refund on anything. And the fact that he had the audacity to put in his statement that Lindsay did not agree to, oh, well, you could just make a vacation still out of the Mexico wedding. What? I don't want to be in Mexico, and I don't want to pay for a fucked up vacation that I don't want to, like, probably didn't even really want to go to a wedding. I'm just saying, like, a normal person, because not everybody at their wedding is probably famous, right? Everybody has normal jobs. Maybe they're all, entrepreneurs, PR people, their schedule's a little more flexible. But let's just say the one-off that somebody has like an 8 to 5 and only has 2 weeks of PTO, because this is America, like, jump through hoops to pay for the flight, the hotel, the wedding gift, the dress, just that they're going to wear their guest dress, and everything like that. Maybe they're bringing a boyfriend, a partner, whatever. They have to, the other person has to split that, they have to go on, they have to arrange schedules, all that stuff. It's not just, oh, well, you can make a vacation. No, actually, if I'm not going to your wedding, I'd rather work. I'll take a vacation when it fits my schedule. But that's just that. Did I get a little too crunk on that? I had some feelings. Honestly, I could do a whole episode on the Lindsay and Carl thing. And like, I've never been a fan of Carl from day one. He's not for me, and that's fine. I appreciate him on the show, because I think, like, what are we going to do without Carl 9.0? I don't know. Hopefully he's on this season. And I think he doesn't want to work. And I think that he's been babied his whole life. And I think that he really is almost 40 and needs to grow up. I know that's an unpopular take, but it is what it is. Oh, I can't wait to report back because this weekend I'm going to go see our girl Taylor Swift at the AMC theater. It was all that I could get tickets for. And so we just have to roll with it. And I'm excited. I am going to go by myself, but I guess I'll be surrounded by other Swifties. So I'm really excited about that. I will definitely report back on, the future episodes about how that was. I'm sure it'll be fantastic. And I think even if you're not really a Swiftie, you should go see it. Just one, it's like, a ticket, like what, $20? Can't believe that, movie tickets are like $20 when I could just rent it on Amazon for the same price, but whatever, and be in the comfort of my home, but that's okay. So I do think you should go see it for the art. I know even if you're not a fan and you don't like the music, I just think she is a really talented person. She's a great writer. Maybe she's not, Madonna performer, Britney Spears performer, or Beyonce even, but I do think that she is a great performer, and this show, from what I've seen online, TikTok, Instagram, everything is like visually stunning, and I'm so excited. Also, Beyonce is following suit and doing the same thing, which I think is so smart. Her movie is coming out on my birthday. Okay, the day before my birthday, December 1st, and I'm so excited. I'll go see that as well because these women, Barbie, Taylor Swift, and Beyonce, are just really boosting the American economy. And I'm so here for it. I love it. We're in the year of the Barbie movie, and that's all you need to know. Okay, guys. Well, that was it for this episode. I hope to see you again next week. Follow anywhere you get podcasts, Apple, Spotify. Follow on Instagram and TikTok at coffee.meets.vodka. On YouTube, Coffee Meets Vodka. And I will see you guys soon. Bye.